Sometimes you just stumble on gold. You may not be expecting it, you may not think it's just gonna rock up to your table, but it just does. And here's the most important thing to do when you accidentally strike gold: don't screw it up. As of right now, here in 2018, Elias is that guy in WWE. I don't think anybody thought at this point he was going to be one of the most over guys on Raw, and he's getting booed out of every building that he strums his little guitar in. And that's the whole point of Elias. That means he's doing his job, and he keeps getting booed more and more, which means he's moving up the doing well scale. Right now, I don't actually think the company is treating him all that badly. He's working with top tier talent. He's kind of in the main event. However, we've got to make sure that we don't get to that point, the point where we look back and go, oh, we could have done so much better. We could have had a star on our hands. So let's plant the seeds now so that when the plant grows, it's beautiful and not some thorns. Because let's face it, the wrong decisions can't go untouched forever. So WWE, you better not screw up Elias. Why? Here's why. Whether you like him or you hate him, Elias is absolutely one of the WWE standouts so far in 2018. We said that at the intro, but I just wanted to reaffirm that so you know where we're at this point. It doesn't even matter if you don't think he's very good in the ring, which I hear all the time. Oh, he's rubbish in the ring. Irrelevant in modern day WWE. He's gotten over thanks to his character and his act. As soon as you get over in WWE, you're going to find yourself a good spot. And from there, you just got to try and, fake your way through the sea of despair. The whole reason he exists is to get people mad, and he's doing that job week in, week out. So right now, well done, Elias. You're doing great. And it's awesome to see him feuding with the likes of John Cena and Braun Strowman too, because the fans, the audience, the WWE universe, they see those dudes as main eventers. So yes, here we can go with the whole, hey, he's hanging around with these guys, so by association, I'm going to assume that Elias is also in this bracket. Perception is reality and all that, so right now where he is, it makes sense. This is where we change gears though, because even though he has been having matches with John Cena and going toe-to-toe with Braun Strowman, it's not like he's been booked as a major star. In fact, it's been anything but that. He lost twice on Raw to John Cena before he got that fluky win. And we all saw what happened recently. He basically got murdered by Braun Strowman, who broke a double bass guitar across his back. And yeah, he did win that triple threat match when it was himself, John Cena and Braun Strowman. But let's face it, that was a fluky victory when he pushed Braun Strowman out the ring. So instantly, we, as smart fans as they say, know what's going on here. While Elias is being pushed, it's not like he's being pushed properly now, is it? Now, given that he is a heel, you can justify that. He should be being sneaky and he should be cheating and he should be doing whatever he has to ensure that he comes out with his hand raised. And that's great. That's fine. You know what happens if you keep doing that? We all know what happens if you keep doing that. If you keep having pointless victories, eventually no one actually thinks you can win anything and you lose your muster, you lose your momentum. Look at Seth Rollins when he was the WWE champion. Seth Rollins was awesome then, but the way he was booked was ridiculous and he never felt like a credible champion. We're basically being told over and over that while he is in this spot, that's not actually his role, and eventually he will fall back down to where WWE thinks he can be. And right now, as I've said in many other wide videos, who knows what the ceiling for Elias is? Maybe he can fly all the way to Mars. There's only one way to find out, and it's not by doing stuff like this. Take Dolph Ziggler, for example. He has been treated like a geek for so long that we all now see him as a geek, despite the fact that he's really, really talented, and on more than a few occasions, he's been super over with the fans. We've loved him, we've gone crazy for the Ziggles. You can't keep smashing someone into the ground before it becomes really obvious to the people watching your product. I'm not saying we're there with Elias yet, we're nowhere near there, but I've seen a few teases and I want to nip that in the bud. Because yeah, if we do get there, it's a dead end. It's like a punch to the face that makes all your teeth fall out. It's going to be a pretty tough thing to come back from. And this is why maybe, just maybe, it's not the best idea to have him in the position he's currently in. If he's just there to take losses or kind of be the joke dude, why do we need to do this? Why can't we drag him in a little bit and maybe put him in a feud for the IC title, or put him in a really, really good mid-card program where he can actually win, where he can actually look dominant, and then again, we, the people who are watching the damn thing, can start to go, oh, I mean, I know he winds me up when he plays the guitar, but in the ring, serious business. I'm not saying this is a Jinder Mahal situation. I'm not saying that at all. It's the furthest thing away from that. But let's fast forward to the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view where, yes, I tell you now, Braun Strowman eats him alive. Did that help Elias? Did that do anything for Elias? And also, is Elias going to win the Elimination Chamber? Nope. So why is he there? What's the point? What is Elias going to get out of this? I just think Elias has snuck up on a lot of us recently. A heel who actually gets heel heat, and as we talked about before, in 2018, you never get that. Babyfaces don't get cheered, heels don't get booed, and finally, we're getting there with somewhere, and we're at risk of throwing it out the window. Again, don't put him in these matches where he's the fall guy. He doesn't need to be the fall guy. He's on his way up. Don't start sending him back down. And don't get me wrong, I did enjoy that skit on Raw where Braun Strowman did take his big guitar and they had a little guitar off. And eventually, yes, as we said, Elias probably got killed. However, while that was great for Braun Strowman, what did it do for Elias? You tell me. Write in on a postcard. Just write Simon Miller, put it in a post box. I won't get it because that's not how post works. But what did it do for Elias? I don't think it did very much. And surely there must have been a scenario we could have concocted where everybody comes out smelling of roses. And we all want to smell of roses. Everybody loves that smell. Roses. And if you do ruin him, I'm not sure you're ever going to be able to capture this magic in a bottle again because, for once, it's actually been organic. He hasn't been rammed down our throats. WWE have just let him slowly do his thing. Because he's good at that one thing, he's managed to get himself probably into a better position than they were expecting. And these things are so easy to screw up. And you know what happens if you do? You know what happens? Bam! The door is closed, and then what have you got? You're gonna give him an electric guitar instead? Please. So yeah, WWE, I actually think you may have something here with Elias, so let's do this. Let's put him in the magical WWE protection bubble where we don't do anything too silly with him because we want good wrestlers on Raw and we want good wrestlers on SmackDown. I thought that was the whole point. Just to draw a line under it, because I don't want people in the comments going, "You're too soon, why didn't you wait longer before you said this?" Yeah, I'm preempting. I think right now, everything is okay, but I want to see him get some momentum. I want to see him get some pace in his legs, some power in his knees, so when we get to the end of the year, it's like, yeah, why can't Elias be in one of the major matches at WrestleMania? I mean, look, that could be a few years down the line, but if we start thinking it, it means the story and the character and the progression and all the little things that go along with it are ticking the boxes, and I like it when things tick a box. I don't want to see that cross. I don't want to see that X. That's sadness. I'm not about sadness. I'm about happiness. Ipso facto, WWE, don't screw around with Elias. And there we go. Draw a line under it. End bit. Now don't forget to leave a comment below and let us know what you think about Elias and the WWE so far. Like, share and subscribe. Head over to whatculture.com, read some articles. There'll be some articles about Elias. And follow What Culture on Twitter at WhatCultureWWE, which is going to be guest tweeted by Elias next week. Absolute lie. Absolute lie. My name is Simon Miller. This was the What Culture Why series, and you'll see me again soon. I'll see you again soon through the magic of the internet and through the magic of technology. What a world we live in. Let's embrace it. Let's go out there and make our dreams come true.
Hey guys, thanks for making it to the end of the video. Aren't you a star? Don't forget to like, share and subscribe below, and also there's probably more content floating up above my head, so why not check that out as well? Could be a laugh. Probably. 6 out of 10.